Hello, this next case makes me absolutely disgusted. And Judge Bryant is, quote, disturbed by this as well. I do not understand how someone can raise their hand to a child. However, this is next level here, and not to mention the disrespect he shows to Judge Bryant. Mr. Nichols should be passing out candy and going bowling with his grandkids, and not doing this. Let us watch Judge Bryant lay the smack down on this deplorable grandpa.
Okay, so I think, oh wait, let me let Ms. Ritter come back on screen.
Oh, sorry, Judge.
Okay, so I think I stopped short. I said the court is satisfied, and then I stopped short of saying I will accept the guilty plea. And so, having had extensive conversation in the breakout room, the court will accept the guilty plea. I will set the matter for sentencing July the 20th. Mr. Nichols, you have a right to be sentenced in person or on Zoom. Which one do you prefer?
Zoom, Your Honor.
Court sets the matter on Zoom at 9 a.m. prior to sentencing. You must submit to a pre-sentence investigation, a substance abuse evaluation, and a mental health evaluation. So, Mr. Flanagan, make sure that the probation can you highlight that or something on your referral that I added the mental health evaluation? I want him to do it before he comes back for sentencing.
Yes.
All right. And then I would also like a copy, whether it's through probation or whether it's through one of the lawyers here. I would like a copy of his circuit court probation order.
Okay.
So if I could have that at the time of sentencing, that would be great for me. Then I can look at what they ordered, and then I can look at what you all are asking me to do, and see if I want to add anything and blase split.
So, Judge, would the court like for the people to try to get a copy of that since it was a global resolution?
Yes, that would probably work. You could probably get it. But yeah, just I want to see that, and then also I do want to put you on alert. So it sounded to me like he might have been ordered to do some classes or something through the circuit court. I just need you all to understand that I have confidence in me and you all and the people that we send our people to. And I don't know what the circuit court time frame is, but if he wants these probations to run concurrently and not have to duplicate efforts, whatever the circuit court is telling him to do, he might want to wait. I mean, I know he probably has a lawyer on the felony, but I can almost guarantee you I'm sending him to Mr. Rice.
Okay.
So whatever he's doing with circuit court or whatever, and that would be maybe for that self realization class, or if he's already taken parenting classes. I don't think Mr. Rice does parenting classes, and I know that I send a lot of people to Mr. Rice, so it might be a little waiting period. But
may I interject for a minute, Your Honor?
You may not. But I am going to share what I shared in the breakout room, and you could discuss it with your lawyer. I'm real disturbed by the whole thing. I'm real disturbed. I'm so disturbed by the whole thing. As soon as somebody said the age of the complaining witness, I got real disturbed. And therefore I'm disturbed. And so I wanted to get some further information so that I can see if Ms. Stevenson needed to talk to you to see if you wanted to withdraw your plea. So when they first said that to me, I was ready to put somebody in jail. But I'm open to not. I'm open to the probation. I'm open. But as long as we're going to address the issues as to what would cause an individual to strike a 2-year-old in the face with a wooden object, if we're not going to get to the root of that, I'm not interested. And I would only be interested in penalty in jail. So if we're going to get to the root of that, if we're going to address the root of that, then I'm interested in probation, because I'm all about changing lives, changing thoughts, changing ideas. But what I detest, and so I'm gonna just let you know, Mr. Nichols, as soon as they said there's a 2-year-old involved, I said, what in the world would cause a person? And then I said, it must be something, mental health issue going on. Some mental health issue, some drug issue, some anger issue, because it's not parenting. Now, I know they're going to send him to parenting classes, but hitting a 2-year-old in the face, that has nothing to do with how to parent. That has to do with anger, mental health, drugs, or something else. And we're going to get to the root of it in here, so that none of the grandkids ever have to be afraid of the granddaddy. Because granddaddy's supposed to be passing out candy and letting them swim and taking them outside in the park. The kid's supposed to be happy to go see the grandparents, and then don't want to go back home because the grandparents are supposed to be spoiling the kids. And grandparents supposed to be, I already got a whole bunch of stuff that I plan to do with my grandkids that I don't even have, that ain't even on the way yet, to spoil them and then send them back to their parents and let the parents parent them. But I can't even imagine a scenario that I would pick up a wooden object and hit my 2-year-old grandchild in the face. That's deplorable. So whatever you wanted to say to me, say it to your lawyer. But we're going to do probation, but it's not going to be, So I said I wouldn't put you in jail, at least at first. I'm gonna give an opportunity for you to comply with some probation, but I need some more background information from probation so that I can fashion the probation in such a way that when we're finished with Judge Bryant's probation, because I don't know what'll happen when he finishes with circuit court probation. I don't know. I don't know if the judges even ever see the people again when they're on circuit court probation. I don't know. But when he finishes with Judge Bryant's probation, he's going to have a changed attitude. He's going to have a change philosophy. He's going to, I hope, know that it's never ever appropriate ever in the whole wide world ever to hit a 2-year-old in the face with anything. And he's going to have a changed idea. And then he's not going to turn his face away from me. That's like being at the podium and turning your whole body to the side to denote that I don't care about what you're saying. And when you do that, then I decide I don't care about this either. And let's just do the alternative to probation. So probation is the alternative to jail. Jail is the alternative to probation. So if you turn your head from me again while I'm talking for an extended period of time, like you just did, it might be a good idea for you to come in person. So what we're not going to do in here is pretend like this is not a serious matter. What we're not going to do in here is pretend like just because they made some resolution on a felony case and he pled to another misdemeanor after hitting a child in the face, what we're not going to do in here is pretend like that ain't a serious matter. It's pretend like the little child is not traumatized. It's pretend like, oh, this should just be a little slap on the wrist and go. No, we're going to do some stuff in here that I can at least say we tried to make sure that no other child had to feel scared of their granddaddy getting slapped in the face by the granddaddy. Okay, anything further?
No, thank you, Judge.
On behalf of Mr. Nichols, Your Honor, understanding that the court is loading Eve up. I know that Mr. Nichols
I don't want him to start early either.
Well,
because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, Ms. Stevenson. I don't know what I'm gonna have him do.
Okay. I need him to get on a waiting list or something now.
No, he might not be able to. He can get on whatever waiting list he want to get on, but until I see the pre-sentence investigation report And
Okay.
until I see the circuit court probation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what they've ordered him to do, I don't know what I'm going to order him to do. I really do not know what I'm going to order him to
Okay.
do. But he's going to probably have 2 years to do it. I don't know. He's on probation with circuit court for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying
But
I'm going to
if
put
it
him on
was,
probation for 2 years. I'm not saying that.
Mhm.
You know, of course he has 2 years, but I mean,
Okay,
I'm just not, I can't tell you what he's going to do. So I
I
don't
understand that, Your Honor. I can absolutely appreciate
do
that.
this.
Secondly, I don't know that this has ever been addressed by the court, but Mr. Nichols has, I believe with the permission of the court, relocated to the state of Ohio. And I don't know if I ever put that on the record, but we are requesting permission that he remain in the state of, that he be able to continue to live in the state of Ohio.
As long as he don't blade his face for me again.
Okay, Mr. Nichols, we want to
If
absolutely
he
just
blade
face
his
the
face
camera.
from me again, he gonna come in person every time we come to court. And
Okay.
that's gonna mean he gonna have to drive, fly, or do whatever he can do to get to Detroit. But as long as I don't require him to come in person, as long as he don't turn his body from the court again, because that's what that's equivalent to. Standing at the podium and turning to the side. That's what that's equivalent to.
Understood, Your Honor. So other than those two issues, I do not have anything further at this time, and we thank the court.
All right, then it appears that we are all set until July the 20th at 9 o'clock on Zoom. And probation is going to contact you by telephone. I think I may have already said this, but probation is going to contact you by telephone. If they cannot reach you, they are going to leave you a message and mail you a letter directing you to contact them so that they can prepare a proper pre-sentence investigation on the date of your sentence. Make sure you respond to their phone call, and you probably really need to make sure you respond to the phone call, because if you live in Ohio, I don't know when the mail might get to you.
Strike a 2-year-old in the face with an object is just dreadful. And Judge Bryant in all her wonderfulness was on full display. Tell me how you feel about this situation in the comments. Do you think Grandpa Deplorable will truly learn from this? Or is there something more serious going on, as Judge Bryant suggested? Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and never miss our favorite judges dish out justice. Bye-bye for now.